Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a filing where a company basically sold itself some new money, but like in a complicated way. It's like they needed cash, but instead of just asking for a loan, they decided to play a financial game of let's make a deal. Think of this video as a financial magic trick, revealing how companies sometimes raise money by selling investments that turn into more investment. Before we get started, if you're interested in getting quick insights from all these corporate documents, make sure you subscribe. Also, we just launched a Discord community linked in the description below. Come join us. So on June 30, 2025, Sonnet BioTherapeutics Holdings made a deal to get some cash. This event triggered this filing. Basically, they sold what is called convertible notes and warrants to some investors. They managed to get $2 million by selling these convertible notes. Think of a convertible note as a loan that can turn into stock later on. It's like maybe I'll own a piece of the company ticket instead of a straightforward loan. Also, the investors got rights to buy more stock in the future using warrants. And the company made about $50,000 more from selling these warrants. These warrants let the investors buy a little less than 1 million shares of the company in total at 1.156 a share, and the fun part is these warrants are valid for 5 years. It's like having the option to buy something at a set price for a long time. Here is something interesting: the convertible notes don't earn any interest and will come in full circle next year. The investors can choose to convert all of their notes into a little more than 1 million shares of stock at that same price of $120.56. Now that's a pretty important detail. Now, here things get really interesting. If the company decides to sell more shares or investments worth at least $5 million in the near future, which is called a subsequent issuance, these notes automatically turn into whatever new investment they are selling. This is like saying, whatever new deal you make, we want in. If the $5 million sale does not happen within 90 days, the investors get to buy even more warrants, and the company has to get these notes and warrants officially registered with the SEC. If that $5 million deal doesn't happen soon enough, like within 3 months, these investors get the opportunity to purchase even more warrants. We are talking about rights to another 3 million shares at $0.25 per share. To keep any single investor from taking over the company all willy-nilly, each investor agreed to limit how much they convert their notes and use their warrants. They can only convert or exercise them if they won't own more than around 5, 10 or 20% of the company's stock, depending on what each investor chose. This is to keep any one person from becoming too powerful within the company. These convertible notes and warrants weren't registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission beforehand because of some exception known as Section 4 and or Rule 506BO. It's a quicker way to sell investments without all the usual paperwork because they were sold to a limited amount of sophisticated wealthy folk. Now, what's my take on all of this? But hive for a limited amount of sophisticated wealthy folk. Stuck kite now, what's my take on all of this? Sonnet BioTherapeutics clearly needed cash and found a creative way to get it. Selling convertible notes and warrants sounds fancy, but it basically means they borrowed money with a twist. It's debt that can turn into ownership, and it gives investors a chance to profit if the company does well. It is good in a sense that they raised 2 scenarios. Usually, raising capital allows the company to sustain its journey. I see 2 scenarios, each with its own risk. If the company does well, everybody wins. Investors can convert their notes and make money. However, if the company doesn't meet expectations, investors are left with debt that may never get repaid. The automatic conversion, if Sonnet does a bigger offering, is pretty smart. It is like these investors know that Sonnet will get acquired or make great progress and they'll be making even more money. However, there are certain risks. Sonnet has to make sure they're very careful about the terms of future deals because those first investors are going to want to come along. Also, if Sonnet can't pull off that bigger deal within 90 days, they'll be giving away tons of additional warrants. Giving away more ownership of the company can devalue it in the long run, and even more down the line, the investors could end up converting the warrants to shares by next year, which might dilute ownership of the company, can devalue it in the long run. And even more down the line, the investors could end up converting the warrants to shares by next year, which might dilute ownership of the old-timers or previous investors. Overall, this looks like a short-term fix for Sonnet. It gets them the cash they need now, but it also comes with strings attached. It's up to Sonnet to make smart moves and deliver on their promises to make this deal truly worthwhile. Otherwise, it could turn into a costly gamble. Alright, that wraps up our deep dive into Sonnet BioTherapeutics' latest financial move. What do you think about these kind of deals? Is it a clever way to raise money or just a risky gamble? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Also, don't forget to join the conversation on our new Discord channel. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.